Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 2v2 on Salt between the blue team on the left side. It is Sitta in the Raptor Neo and frank806 in the Deep Sea Osprey. And their opponents on the right side, it is Jishy in the Carbon team on the right side. It is Jishy in the Deep Sea Osprey and Lostcreep123 in the, I think that is the new frontline striker, which I actually have never seen. Oh no, is that the Steampunk? Steampunk striker? Steampunk, is it? We shall see. I don't know. I'm not sure. But Salt, man, you know what's crazy? Salt is generally not the best, most amazing map for competitive games. But a lot of people tend to have randomly, just on occasion, these great games, and I get a lot of Salt games sent into me that I kind of say to myself, oh man, another freaking Salt game. But, you know what? They're usually pretty good. Okay, yeah, that is the Steampunk Striker, I'm pretty sure. That might be the front line. I don't know. Don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that looks different. That is the frontline striker. That is. Okay. Who cares? Anyway, Sitta gonna come over for some initial harass. Creep kills, and that is a little bit irresponsible by the Carbon team. Especially such a high-tier team. Or at least veteran team. That, yeah, that's a pretty standard move. Usually people try to hide their creeps or at least hover them, watch out for the initial harass or something like that. Put a couple of AA units down, or at least one to deter that, you know, that enemy Neo. Especially, you know, you see a Neo on the enemy team, you got to kind of expect that coming. Blue team taking their first outpost pretty quickly, already working on number 2, whereas Carbon is going for both at the same time. They will be able to take their post right about now, but they are slightly behind the blue team, I would say. Until the blue team... Okay, no, the blue team has not actually grabbed it. I think that was actually a harass by Jishy? I'm not sure who that was. But now the Carbon team... Where are the creeps? Man, no one has taken their forward post yet. They're already getting started on the mid-fight, which is, I guess, priority. But, yeah, man, it's such a little thing. Okay, there you go, the 1-2. It's such a little thing. It makes a big difference to get that, you know, as early as possible. Because your income you will start to feel it. You know, the earlier you do that, the more, you know, the larger difference you can have late game, blah, 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 blah. It'll carry on. But actually, both teams splitting between top and bottom fights, which is pretty insane. I'm going to have a little bit of a difficult time following this. But both teams look like they're going to be holding the line there. The blue team inched forward a little bit more than the Carbon team. A little bit closer to that middle outpost instead of almost, well, not almost getting killed, but pretty low on health there, but not too much in danger. That is a little bit close to the enemy units because they put one healing unit down and all those heavy mines go away. So that is one thing that Frank might want to consider, putting them closer to the middle or even closer to your side. For the oh man, what is that? That is a that is a stasis mine. That is the new weird. I forget what it's called, but it's a new skin stasis mine. That looks really weird. And it's very distracting. In fact, I thought that was some sort of air unit or something like that. I thought it was a balloon at first. But anyway, Carbon team briefly taking the middle outpost under their control. And, oh boy, that is definitely the kind of coverage that, yeah, see, there you go. They put one healing unit down, which is very, very standard nowadays. And, yeah, it neutralizes those mines. So, yep. Not the best placement. You definitely want to put it outside of the range of the enemy healing units, unless you have artillery pounding in, so they have to constantly heal, and the the heavy mines that you put down will potentially stay you know, not disarmed. It's kind of weird. Still a little bit of harassed with that Neo dropping and stasising. Frank actually does realize that those mines are there and will start to disarm them, which is a little bit crazy. You know. That's what happens when you have an enemy Osprey. Honestly, I don't know if it's really fair necessarily for Ospreys to be able to disarm heavy mines. I think it's fair if heavy mines weren't so strong and so meta. But now we do have a leapfrog coming up by the blue team, forcing the Carbon team back. Stasis mine, crazy looking stasis mine gets pulled back as well. And Sitta gonna move forward, but oh boy, okay, now kind of abandoning these units, and they are being attacked by both neutral units and enemy units, so he's kind of losing units a lot faster than really he'd like to, I would think. And Lostcreep now here to harass as well, to supplement his units with mech attack. 45 to 46, very even, and I keep pretty even in unit count. Those couple extra units I would attribute to heavy mines, I would guess. And this weird looking stasis mine right here. Not really sure what that is. What's up with that? But now Sitta gonna cross enemy lines as that Neo gonna try to neutralize that top right outpost. Does get caught in the act by Jishy, so they probably will be able to fend against this. Two creeps got bunkered, so Sitta is now gonna try to come with a couple of brutes. Yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna get this neutralization. Even if he does, he really needs team support because there are two enemy mechs firing over here, and Frank is over there fighting the bottom fight. So yeah, he will not be able to get this neutralized. And has Frank made any progress as the only mech in the area? Not really. With 3 artillery pieces firing in, I think 2 artillery pieces firing in for the Carbon team. The blue team doesn't have any firing in, so that's potentially kind of disastrous eventually in the long run, I guess, for the blue team. Although they do have an Osprey, healing stuff up, which I guess works. But, you know, basically it locks the Osprey into just staying here for a pretty long time, unless, you know, you're willing to lose a couple more units or put down a couple more healing units. And 1 artillery, 1 Archie up for the Carbon team as well. And Sitta once again behind enemy lines, trying to get a neutralization, but not going to happen. Creeps walking in. That's kind of unlucky timing for Sitta, but oh well, what you going to do? But yeah, these blue units probably need to start either moving forward or pulling back, because sitting where they are under fire of artillery are not going to result in that great results. Yeah, I could have chosen a better word there, but whatever. It does look like Sitta has been able to get the neutralization, but just with 2 brutes and no team support, it's really going to be difficult to make anything, you know, happen over there. Okay, and the 2 brutes do get knocked down. He really needs to get these tanks killed. I think it's probably the only thing he can do to make up for those brutes getting lost, and only only one tank gets killed. So yeah, there you go. 3 Longhorn or tanks or whatever have gotten killed. So the blue team really needs to do something with their units. Okay, so this Archie is not even firing in. Okay, there you go. So they are going to start the artillery war as well. And, well, there's Ospreys on both sides, so it's pretty even in terms of mech composition. Osprey versus Osprey, and then Neo versus Striker. You're going to have a lot of similar traits, a lot of overlap between Neo and Striker. So Sitta going to try to do something with those brutes, but yeah, with Lostcreep there, it's not really going to happen. You need a mech not to be there, especially with infantry, and you know, pretty much anything you drop, because the mech can just distract the units that you drop, and all the fire will be dumped onto a mech that can heal itself up, not necessarily onto units. So right now, 48 to 51, but the Carbon team is sitting on a lot more money than the blue team is right now. You know, they did get unit capped earlier, and pretty much unit capped right now. They will easily be able to replenish their army should a trade of some sort happen, which they might actually want to consider at this point. I guess they are not necessarily as aware as the spectator that the blue team has significantly less credits than they do. But at this point, you kind of got to, you know, be aware that you've sniped a lot of their units, so they're kind of keeping up. Oh, and actually, okay, they have a max upkeep of 64. So yeah, Whopper down. Whopper, so that is pretty much standard. The blue team, I think, with 4 Whoppers down. But the Carbon team, okay, so that's the one thing. So they are going to be able to keep their army up. So that's why they were able to spend a lot more money, or at least that's one of the reasons. They lost a lot also, so that made a little bit room for upkeep as well. But yeah, 50,000 and 61,000. The Carbon team might want to start considering doing some sort of trade, you know, even if it's meager. Because even though they come out negatively in the trade, they have way more credits to, okay, and now they're going to lose a lot by losing this outpost. If Sitta can take this post, which he will, because he has 3 brutes already in and 2 more coming, and so this really, really needs to be neutralized by Jishy and Lostcreep. They need to prioritize neutralization over anything right now. Those brutes will take forever to kill, and it does look like oh, okay. Got a little bit distracted there. Oh, okay. Sometimes I think the replay broke. Sometimes I thought the replay broke. So, that really, you know, confuses me. Sorry, guys. Anyway, blue team with a pretty massive unit lead because of those Whoppers. I'm not sure if the Carbon team brought Whoppers to the game. Let's see. Not in first loadout, which is to be expected. Second loadout people tend to use for late game, or like mid to late game. So Whoppers are usually on loadout number 2. Lostcreep bringing that lockbox all the way back to the fort, which is kind of crazy. But Frank still defending this top right outpost. So the Carbon team way behind. Max upkeep of 38. They're not going to be able to replenish their units at all. So if the blue team can manage to just continually snipe units over, and it broke. And of course it broke. Oh, all the headaches. All the headaches. Yeah. I guess when a player leaves like that, then they just break the replay or something like that. And look, my player name has taken over player 1. Well, anyway, guys, more disappointment, and this is one of the reasons that I don't look forward to casting games. If someone could guarantee me that no replays would break and all the replay submissions I get were good quality, then I'd be like super excited every day to come home after work and be like, let's cast games. But this creates a lot of issues for me. Just now, it took me like 20 minutes to start casting games because I had to look through my submissions and decide whether or not to do certain ones, and I had to skip most of them because the potential quality of replay submissions have just been kind of meh. But anyway, thanks to Lostcreep for sending these games in. I can assume that he won, or no, he lost actually. Oh no, I don't know. Maybe they won this because he sent it in. I don't know, man. Hard to say because it broke, and we will never see the end of this game because of that sadness. Anyway, Jishy flying around. See you guys next time.